So this one's going to come up a little funky in but hopefully I just blocked it so it won't come up so funky. Alright, I hit record, right? Yeah. Okay, so on this one we just need to solve. So this was really easy. Solve. That just means factor. That means what multiply. Oh, first is GCF. What goes into all of them? 1 and x. Yeah, this one has actually an x. So x squared plus 3x minus 4. Okay, so then I want to factor this. And so I want to know what multiplies to be 4, but subtracts to be 3. Right? What multiplies to be 4. And I'm just going to, at this point in the game, this sign comes down, this sign tells me they're different. You guys got this, right? But what multiplies to be 4 and subtracts to be 3, 4 and 1, okay? And then bring this down in x. And that equals 0, okay? And so we need to solve it. So if this is 0, it's all 0. So x is equal to 0. If this is 0, it's all 0. So x is equal to negative 4. If this is 0, then it's all 0. So x is equal to 1. So at this point in the game, x is equal to, and you put them in order. Negative 4, 0, and 1. And there it is. Cake. Okay? Next. This one's all the zeros. All the zeros means set it equal to 0, right? But also, what is, if x is 0, what if x is 0? Right? So if x is 0, then what is y? Negative 11. Remember? So it's the y-intercept. Right? So there's one 0 for you. The other zeros, right, are going to be when the y is 0. That's what this is. Y is 0. Or it equals 0. Right? If y, or f of x, remember f of x is y. Right? So when y is 0, then what are these? Oh, well what multiplies, again, to be 11, but subtracts to be 1? Right? So you break it down, and you say, well, x, and this is plus, and this is different, so it's minus. So it multiplies to be 11, right? But subtracts to be 1. Oh, snap. You can't do that one, right? Well, you can, but it's called quadratic formula. Negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So now I got to plug in those numbers, a, b, and c. So unfortunately I didn't give you a nice easy one. Okay? So you just plug it in. But if it were factorable, it would be that easy. Just this number and this number, right? But it's not factorable, so we got to find the other zeros. So it's x is equal to negative b. b is 1, 1, a is 1, and 1, and c is negative 11. So then we have negative 1 plus or minus the square root of 1. Minus minus makes a plus. 4 times 11 is 44 all over 2. 44 and 1 is 45, so we've got minus 1 plus or minus the square root of 45 all over 2. Can we break 45 down? Yes, we can. 2? No. 3? Yes. How many times 15? 3? Yes. How many times 5? 5? Yes. How many times 1? Boom. And so, how many pairs are there? One pair. We pull out the pair, it's a 3. This is left inside that radical, right? So I'm left with negative 1 plus or minus 3 square roots of 5 all over 2. Now does 2 go into 3 or 2 go into 1? or both of them? Does anything go into all three of these numbers? No. So this is x, right? So you could write in, technically, -1 plus 3 square roots of 5 over 2, and then -1 minus the 3 square roots of 5 over 2. Or you can give me this, right? X is this, which is what I'm looking for. And don't forget this, right? F of 0, you could also write it like this. F of 0 is -11. But these two have to be there, or your coordinates have to be there. You choose. Simple?
Yes. Very.
You might want to pause that and